hired me to do security, not report on Carly's personal life.
Yeah, but part of keeping Carly safe is protecting her from herself.
Well, it wasn't Carly's idea to take off. Sonny showed up, asked for help.
But you think leaving was a mistake?
Look, whatever Carly does is her business, okay? I'm not here to pass judgment.
But you were concerned. You called me.
Look, Carly asked me to look out for Jocelyn while she was gone. Now, I can keep people out of the room, but I can't keep Jocelyn's father from checking her out at the hospital.
Instead,
take Jocelyn, but her father isn't going to like it. You know, Jax has had a problem with me being here since day one.
Yeah, it's because I hired you.
Well, that and my connection to Theo. It didn't sit well with Jax that I took money to kidnap Brenda and nearly got her killed in the process.
You didn't know what Theo was planning, right?
Well, I knew what Theo was capable of. Went to work for him anyway. Mercenary for hire. Well, that's what Jax can't get past. That didn't help matters that he came home and found Carly patching me up after I'd been shot. Now they're ringing endorsement for protecting his family from danger.
That's what Jax is trying to make this about? That Carly's a danger to Jocelyn?
Well, Jax has come down on Carly a couple of different times for putting their daughter at risk. See, the only reason Franco has targeted Jocelyn was because Carly refused to cut you and Sonny out of her life. Now, Jax is insisting Jocelyn come live with him at the hotel. And Carly, of course, is welcome to visit.
Yeah, well, she's never going to agree to that.
Well, now there's talk of going to court, making it a tougher fight. Now, Jax is trying to bluff Carly into backing down, threatening to paint her as an unfit mother.
I didn't realize it got this far.
Well, as far as Carly's concerned, you've got your own stuff to deal with. You know, you probably didn't want to pile anything else on.
But Jax isn't going to wait. He's going to take advantage of the fact that Carly's out of town.
Okay. So what do you want me to do?
Why don't you just take a break? And I'm going to sit with Jocelyn for a little while.
And you call me if you need anything.
Don't worry. Nobody is ever going to keep you from your mother.
The Stone Cold Mr. Sir asked me to keep you apprised of a most delicate... Oh.
Hi.
Sir Samantha.
Jason's not here.
Had I known you were here convalescing alone, I would have done my cyber sleuthing here to do something in support of your post-operative process.
Oh, I'm fine. Really, I'm okay.
Well, it's nice of you to not point out the Jackal's obvious failings as a faithful friend. I can't imagine that Kelly Lee, obstetrician extraordinaire, would be as forgiving knowing that you were here left alone to fend for yourself.
I don't need you to take care of me, Spinelli, any more than I need Jason to. He would actually be here right now taking care of me and doing a very good job, but I practically pushed him out the door because Jason needs something to focus on, and I just don't want it to be me.
You know, I must say that I salute you for taking such positive and hopeful action during such a time of sadness and loss.
No one can ever replace Jake. I know that. I just think that Jason having a child would give him purpose, a reason not to shut down and close off. He would be an amazing father, and I just wanted to give him that chance. I think I'm pushing.
What? Was the procedure less than successful?
I don't know. It's too soon to know.
Well, I mean, I, for one, am overjoyed at the prospect of a progeny. Why do you seem less than enthused?
You know what they say. Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it.
So this is called Puppy's New Purse. You know what? You don't need to read this book. Why don't I tell you about real animals? Like lions and giraffes. And, you know, when I used to read to your brother when he was little, he used to love all the animals in Africa. But none of them wore clothes like this.
Hey. How's she doing?
She's ready to go home. We're just waiting for Carly.
That's amazing.
Jocelyn, can you say hi?
Yeah.
Can you say hi to Elizabeth?
Hi.
She's
Hi,
the one who helped you when you were sick.
Jocelyn, I'm so glad you're doing better. You know, lots of people are saying prayers for you, and it looks like it worked because you are a beautiful, healthy little girl. are you going to grow up to be big and strong? And live a long, long life? It makes me really happy.
The jackal respects fair Samantha's desire to be self-sufficient even during her convalescence. However, one cannot deny the healing powers of an herbal remedy. So, here, for mental clarity and acumen, helpful in making decisions.
It's very sweet of you, Spinelli, but having a baby is not just my decision.
Perhaps the jackal misunderstood, but didn't Stone Cold give you that decision as to whether or not the path to parenthood should proceed?
Well, yeah, I mean, I made the choice to have the procedure, but it doesn't mean that I'm actually gonna have the baby or that I should have a baby. I mean, a lot of things would have to change.
Well, certainly, but I would be happy to oversee the operations at our joint business venture, so that would give you more time to parent.
No, this isn't just about work. I mean, what if I'm not a good mother? It's not like I had the best of examples growing up. I mean, I practically raised myself.
Well, yeah, and you took care of your brother in the process. I mean, that in itself shows an innate instinct to nurture.
When I got pregnant with Sonny's baby, I definitely wasn't sure I wanted kids. It definitely was not planned. And then all of a sudden, I found myself getting really excited, making plans, getting attached. And then my world came crashing down, and I just know that losing my kid was the hardest thing I ever had to go through, and Jason's going through that nightmare now. How can I ask him to open himself up to that heartache again when I'm not even sure that's something that I want to do?
Stone Cold took every precaution to protect his child, and even so, nothing could prevent Jake's tragic and untimely death. And now he's grieving for a child that he barely even knew. No doubt, deep regret.
Yeah, no doubt. And I know that if Jason could do it over again, he would do it differently, and he'd be an amazing father.
I think a great deal of Stone Cold's pain stems from the fact that he missed out on being a part of Jake's life. So why not give him a second chance? I mean, I know that Jake can't be brought back and can't be replaced, but I know for certain that Stone Cold would embrace any child that would be put in his charge. And I don't know, I don't think you should let your fears stand in the way of having a family either, because those fears are unfounded. You would make a great mom.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I hope I didn't scare her.
No, she's fine. She insists on reading the book with the animals where they, whatever she wants.
Well, before you know it, it's gonna be makeup and boys.
I don't want to think about that yet.
I'm just glad she gets the chance to experience all that. I'm still so angry. I don't understand why God decided to take Jake. I feel like I'm forever going to have this gaping hole in my heart. And I think about you all the time and how hard this has been on you. I got to hear more I love yous than I can count, and I really wish you could have had the same.
So do I.
You know, people keep telling me that at some point I will actually feel good about donating Jake's organs. But it wasn't until right now, seeing Jocelyn so happy and healthy, that it really registered. Jake was such an amazingly energetic and fearless little boy who just loved to run and play, and now other kids like Jocelyn are gonna get to run and play too.
Okay.
You know, people have continued to offer their support and their condolences, and I really appreciate it, and I know they mean well, but the truth is words just don't ease the pain or the guilt I feel. But seeing Jocelyn, knowing that she's going to have a full life ahead of her, it's actually the first thing that has helped.
Well, Jocelyn wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
Well,
You saved her life.
that's not entirely true. You know, I said a bunch of mean and hurtful things.
It doesn't
when you
matter.
came to me.
It doesn't matter. All that matters is that she's here and she's healthy.
Because of Lucky. He's the one that could see the good that might come out of all this.
Either way, I'll always be grateful. Thank you.
I guess the three of us will forever be bonded by the good that came out of Jake.
This place is in. She's my kid. You don't have any rights to her whatsoever.
Yeah, well, Carly does.
Well, Carly's not here, and the hospital has released her, so I'm going to take her home. If Carly has a problem with that, she can come and talk to me about
Carly's
it.
going to be back soon. Why don't you and Jocelyn just wait for her?
Obviously, Carly couldn't make the time to be here.
You can stay with Jocelyn as long as you want, but she's going to be going home with her mother.
I'm not going to have her live in a house where criminals come and go as they please. But she's already been targeted by a psychopath because of you. So I think it's time I started protecting my daughter.
Yeah, but you've seen what the fighting and ugly divorces have done to Michael and Morgan. You want to drag Jocelyn to that?
Well, Carly doesn't have to fight me. It's ultimately her choice. Excuse me.
You're not going to do anything with Jocelyn until Carly gets back.
Jason, you can't stop me from taking Jocelyn from this hospital. You have no legal claim.
No. But Jake saved your daughter's life.
Right. Which would make Jocelyn's life all the more precious to you.
It definitely is.
Then admit that it's wrong to be raised around guns and violence. Come on. Michael and Morgan have already witnessed firsthand the ugliness of your
Taking
business.
Jocelyn away from her mother's not the solution.
You gave up your son. You let Lucky raise him because you wanted him to be outside the circle of violence. Right? That's what I'm trying to do for Jocelyn here. I'm trying to make her life safer.
You make a mistake with your kid and you carry it for the rest of your life. I did so many things that I would take back thinking Jake would be better off, and he wasn't. Jocelyn won't be either. Don't cut Carly out of her life.
The Jackal wishes that he could...